upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
In only 2 seasons, Stroud showed all he needed to at Ohio State. All-American, Heisman Finals, program records galore. He looked every bit like the #1 overall pick. He went #2, but Houston is thrilled to have him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, man, coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Pierce will try to pick it up. Fighting him off. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 60 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Noah Brown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
It's going to take some time to adjust to seeing Carr running out in a new uniform instead of black and silver. It's black and gold. 35,000 yards and over 200 touchdowns with the Raiders. The Saints more than willing to let him air it out all game long to a talented group of pass catchers in the Big Easy.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr to throw again. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Twisting away. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derek Carr keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Stroud here on 3rd and long. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He completes it to Olave. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 18-yard line.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Here's Stroud. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Stroud. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing now is Stroud. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. This is fielded at the 27. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10. At the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Adam Humphries deep to return. This is taken at the 15. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Texans will take over. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Stroud on 3rd down now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll get the hook up there to Woods. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Here goes Stroud again. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods. 56 yards. And the Texans are able to move back in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Carr's throw complete there to Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr again. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Shotgun now for Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Springs it in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Again on second down, it's Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, 75 yards. And the Texans have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. He's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still have to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. The bottom line is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. They want him on the field sooner rather than later. So let's keep giving them some reps and seeing what they have.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as the looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. So we've reached. Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. Third quarter. Here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take this down to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Now 3rd down and very long. Carr now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And he'll be stopped right there at the 31. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now Stroud. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Looking deep here from Mechie. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, 68 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from capturing the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Kamara trying again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Interesting. A chip shot field goal here would give him the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kick by Lutz is good, and they have regained the lead. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match him touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And here comes the Texans now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On second down, it's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Stroud now on second down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter play. Back now here live in New Orleans. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mills, 4th down. Got to have it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And now out comes Houston. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Texans. Takedown, 75 yards. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. A 1,000-yard rusher for the first time last year. This is Jamal Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
2
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Winston. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Here's Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Mills back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Winston and the Saints now down by 1. Under 1:20 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Winston to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back
back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 33.
Well, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Here's Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Desmond King picks it.
Defense.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.